The honey sitting in your kitchen right now is probably not what you think it is. I know that sounds crazy, but stay with me for the next 10 minutes because what I'm about to show you could completely change the way you shop for honey forever. According to a 2022 investigation by the European Food Safety Network, over 40% of imported honey tested across 15 European countries contained added sugars. In some countries, the problem is even worse. Official food safety inspections found that up to a quarter of honey sold in stores was adulterated or mislabeled. To put this in perspective, just a few years ago, the non-compliance rate was closer to 20%. At this pace, 1 in 3 jars of honey could be fake within the next few years. Today I'm going to show you exactly which types of honey you should think twice about. What's really inside those jars, how industrial producers disguise cheap sugar syrups as honey, and most importantly, I'll share 5 safe, high-quality alternatives that are genuinely worth your money. Before we start, leave a comment with the brand of honey you have at home. Let's see how many of you bought something that isn't really honey. Here's what most people don't realize about honey. Real honey is made through the labor of bees. A single bee produces roughly 1/12 of a teaspoon in its entire lifetime. To make just half a kilogram of honey, bees have to visit roughly 2 million flowers. That takes enormous time, effort, and resources. So when you see a large jar of honey selling for $3 to $5 per pound in discount stores, the math just doesn't add up. Real honey requires maintaining hives, specialized equipment, careful harvesting, proper filtering, packaging, labeling, and transportation, plus retailer and distributor margins. A legitimate jar of honey usually starts at around $8 to $10 per pound. Anything cheaper should raise a red flag. Here's another eye-opener. The global honey market sells about 2.3 million tons of honey annually, but the world's bees actually produce only around 1.8 million tons. That leaves a deficit of about 500,000 tons. Where does that extra honey come from? Glucose syrups, fructose syrups, rice syrups, and other cheap sweeteners blended with tiny amounts of real honey. A process labs call honey washing, and it happens at massive scale. Even some of the best supermarket brands often contain only 20% real honey. The rest is industrial syrup designed to look golden and taste sweet. Here's the single rule to identify genuine honey. If it's too cheap, it's almost certainly not real honey. Real honey costs money because quality can't be faked. It's labor-intensive and carefully processed. Look at price as a primary indicator, but don't rely on price alone. You need to check certification, sourcing transparency, and lab-tested quality. Several studies and expert labs confirm this problem. The International Honey Standards Lab tested 500 jars of supermarket honey across Europe in 2023 and found that nearly half had enzyme levels too low to be considered authentic. Another study by the Global Bee Research Association discovered that the pollen composition of many single-flower honeys didn't match the flowers claimed on the labels. Regulatory bodies, including the European Union, have established minimum enzyme levels and maximum HMF, hydroxymethylfurfuryl, limits to ensure honey quality, but many products fail to meet these standards. Now that you know why so many products are misleading, here are 5 brands or producers you can trust, based on transparency, lab testing, and authentic production methods. Number 5. Good Brands, Pure Honey Company. Sold online and in specialty stores. Certified organic, raw, and unprocessed. Offers clover, wildflower, and chestnut varieties. Prices reflect true production costs, around $10 to $12 per pound. Each jar comes with full traceability, so you know the exact farm it came from. Number 4. Good Brands, Mountain Apiaries. A family-run operation with over 40 years of experience. Certified organic in multiple countries. Exports to markets with strict safety standards. Offers acacia, linden, and mixed mountain wildflower honeys. Price, $12 to $15 per pound. Passing international inspections ensures consistent quality. Number 3. Good Brands, Heritage Hive. 3 generations of beekeepers. Raw, unheated, and unfiltered honey. Varieties include acacia, basswood, wildflower, and meadow. Local delivery and online orders available. Price, $11 to $14 per pound. Reputation and longevity in the market give strong confidence in authenticity. Number 2. Good Brands, International Honey Awards winner. Recognized in global competitions, uses only honey fed to bees naturally, without sugar supplementation. Multiple certifications: mountain product, traditional honey, organic standards. Varieties: linden, wildflower, heather, clover. Price: $13 to $16 per pound. International awards confirm superior quality. Number 1. Good Brands, Premium Gold Apiaries. Top-of-the-line European producer with multiple gold medals in international competitions. Full ecological certification, traceability, and lab testing. Varieties include acacia, linden, fir honeydew, and mixed wildflower. Price: $20 to $22 per pound. Premium cost reflects unmatched authenticity, flavor, and international recognition. Here's a surprising find. Urban Hive Collective, a small urban rooftop apiary. Their honey is raw, minimally processed, and surprisingly rich in flavor. Small batches, fully traceable, and sold locally online. Price is competitive considering quality, $12 per pound. This proves that smaller, lesser-known producers can outperform expectations and often surpass mass-market brands. Here are 4 simple tests you can do at home to check honey authenticity. Number 1. The string test. Pour honey from a spoon. Real honey forms a continuous, unbroken thread. Syrups break easily. Number 2. Water test. Drop honey into cold water. Real honey sinks to the bottom without dissolving immediately. Fake honey disperses quickly. Number 3. Fridge test. Refrigerate honey for a few days. Real honey crystallizes. Fake honey stays liquid. Number 4. Match test. Dip a matchstick in honey and try to light it. Real honey's low water content allows it to ignite. These aren't substitutes for lab analysis, but they give a reliable first impression of what you're dealing with. Let's summarize. Avoid cheap supermarket blends, unverified imported honey, and products with vague labeling or exaggerated health claims. Instead, focus on certified, traceable, and tested brands like Pure Honey Company, Mountain Apiaries, Heritage Hive, International Honey Awards winner, and Premium Gold Apiaries. Yes, real honey costs more, but paying for authenticity means you're not buying syrup disguised as honey. You're buying real flavor, nutrition, and quality, supporting honest beekeepers and making an informed choice for your health. Next time you shop for honey, remember, a little knowledge goes a long way. These 5 minutes of research can save you years of buying fake honey, and now you can taste the difference yourself.